I recently saw Alien Covenant, or as I now call it, Alien Coven shit. Oh, and BT dubs, there will be spoilers. Lots of them. I want to say something right out of the gates. If you like Alien Covenant and you get offended easily by other people's opinions that differ from your own, just walk away from this. Pack it up, call it a day. Switch this off. There's nothing here for you. It's just going to be a grown man bitching for 7 or 8 minutes about a movie he didn't like. Why would you want to listen to that? Unless you also didn't like it, then bon appetit, Katy Perry. That's her new awful song. What the fuck happened to Katy Perry? Can we talk about this? It's not like Katy Perry is this masterful artist putting out brilliant music. No, she kissed a girl and she liked it. She's a California girl. She had all these jams you could bob your head to, nod, appreciate the shitty pop music. But now she's like Miley Cyrus 2.0. You could say Alien director Ridley Scott Katy Perry'd himself. He went back to his roots, went back to the Alien franchise, only to fuck it up in the same way Katy Perry fucked up her own image. I love Alien. It's one of my favorite sci-fi horror movies of all time. In fact, I think it is my favorite. Then after 4, 5, or 6 films, Ridley comes back for Prometheus, a prequel to the Alien franchise. Prequel franchises, aren't they always so great? Star Wars, The Hobbit, the Harry Potter franchise, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which in no way, shape, or form sucked at all. To be fair, I don't hate The Hobbit. I actually can watch them fine, but they should have been 1 or 2 movies, not 3, and they're totally padded out, and they're just a shadow of The Lord of the Rings. And much like The Hobbit, I too like Prometheus. I don't love it. I think it was a well-made movie, 7.5, 8 out of 10 area. There's definitely plenty of faults, all of it in the writing department. I thought the acting was on point, cinematography's beautiful, the score is amazing, and the world, the planet that we visit is very cool. The creatures are really well designed. I love the creator storyline. There was some really interesting things there, and I think what made it really awesome was the fact that it was part of the Alien universe, yet not. But it wasn't in your face until the final 2 minutes of the movie where you finally get to see that fucker, and it was awesome. It was like this angsty teenager alien. It's like, I don't like it. I don't want it. But the writing of the characters is just so fucking bad. They do things that no normal person would do, let alone a scientist or a space explorer. Uncharted Planet, let's just do a quick flyby. Just make sure there's nothing on the surface that can kill us. And then once we get our scientists, our brilliant scientists down in the caves, we'll just let them fuck shit up. Oh, what is that? A scary beyond all reason alien that looked like he could jump on my face and suck my eyes out? Let me try to pet it. Hi. Oh, this was a terrible idea. Oh my god, I'm not qualified at all for this. But the scares are there, although a little bit more sparse. We do have some great thrills. Elizabeth Shaw is a badass female protagonist. She's no Sigourney Weaver, but who is ever going to be, honestly? We do get to see Shaw perform a C-section on herself, which is fucking great. Then you have Charlize Theron. Not sure if she's an android or not. I think that was awesome. I think that was brilliant. The more I think about it, the more I do think she was, in fact, some sort of an android, because she couldn't, zigzag. She couldn't weave. She couldn't sharp turn. She could only run straight, which is why she was inevitably killed by a giant space shuttle as it's rolling towards her. Then you have everybody's favorite android, David, played by Michael Fassbender, who you think is good, but later it's revealed he's kind of an asshole. So a good but not great start, but the template's there. We could fill in the blank, answer some of the questions that were asked, see Shaw and David take off on that ship, going to meet their maker. That could be very interesting, powerful stuff. Why the fuck did these space jockeys want to kill us off? We're going to find out in Act 2. Except for we're not. Prometheus 2 was too far separated from Alien. Now we have to be blunt about things. The sequel's called Alien Covenant. It is a sequel to Prometheus, kind of. All the things you cared about from the first are gone, including the lead fucking person. Shaw's killed off screen. She doesn't have an ounce of time there. Oh, but don't worry. We have James Franco in the film for all of 2 minutes. Let's put in an actor who has no right to be in this for 3 minutes time, if even. I don't even think it's that long. And then kill him off right after people finally digested the fact that it was James Franco. Like, the first thing everybody does when they see him in that scene is go, what? Is that Franco? What is he doing in this? He reprising his role from 127 Hours, climbing mountains again. Okay, I'm in it. That's cool. He should be a fun character. Oh my god, he's dead. Their mission is to colonize a planet with 2,000 people, a planet that they've been researching for like 10 years. They've been training to go here. So, because there's one little incident that takes place in this entire journey so far that's been going on for however many years, I can't remember, they decide, oh look, there's another planet that's not too far from us conveniently. Let's just go there instead. Forget all this research and time and money and effort spent. Yeah, this is what NASA would do. This is what normal, rational people would do. Any sort of scientist or person in that field would think to do. Forget every bit of research you've done and let's just go on a whim. On faith, if you will. Let's touch down on this planet, not on land, because we found some rocks around. Let's go in the water. Because logic. Let's not fly a few miles down or a few 100 miles down over the eye of this goddamn tornado storm that we see and go where that sunlight is. Let's not go over there. Let's head right down here. Fuck, for the lack of research they did in Prometheus, at least they did a fly around. At least they did a flyby. They don't even do that here. They just touch down and get out, helmets off. What? I am not a smart person. But even I recognize the flaws in this. Give me some form of reality in a sci-fi flick featuring aliens. I need to have some connection with these people in this crazy world. Turns out not wearing helmets is in fact a bad idea because 2 of the members get infected. 2 of the members of this like 15-person crew, they leave like 3 people up in the ship up top, while the rest of them are basically left to die. And they split up to make things better. Because the best thing to do on an uncharted planet where you have no idea what the resources are like or the environment is to just shift away from each other. Just split up. This is some Scooby-Doo logic. You 2 go that way, we'll head over here, we'll have the married couple this way, and we'll see how things take shape. And take shape they do. Person gets infected, person A, I don't remember the names of anybody in this movie, runs back to the ship with the doctor, I think? What the fuck? Why is she bringing him back onto the ship when he's spitting up blood? They can't set up something outside of the ship to keep the thing from, you know, going in? Usually if there's some sort of a disease, you wouldn't just run through every corridor in the ship to the sick bay. No. You try to fix the problem outside. But this dumb bitch goes through every fucking hallway she can. He's spitting blood everywhere, and he basically throws up half of his internal organs on this chick. She's still working on him, though. Then the second woman comes in. She's trying to help out. There's fucking spines and crap coming out of the guy's back. Pus, blood, shit, piss. Everything you can think of is coming out of this guy. And the one doctor, who's now full of blood, runs out of the room, abandons her partner, shuts her in. Because she doesn't want the contamination to get out. He already walked around the entire ship. Are you out of your fucking mind right now? It is already at this point where anything that happens beyond this, I'm pretty much done with. I can't even begin to understand what they were thinking in this scene. But then it goes full-blown Looney Tunes, as not just one person, but 2 slip on blood. The first chick that goes down gets scared that she sees this little tiny alien baby, understandably so. But instead of getting back up, since she's like 5 feet taller than it, she decides to crawl backwards in the most cliched way possible and finds a little tiny knife. And she stays like this. He's across the room, or it's across the room. I don't know if the alien's a he or a she. I'm not very clear on that. Why doesn't she just get up and kick the goddamn thing or run around the table? I suppose there are a couple drops of blood, and she's basically Harry or Marv from Home Alone and could slip on anything at any given time. Kevin McAllister would be able to take out this entire crew in less than 2 minutes, be able to get back home and eat his macaroni and cheese, which he never ate in the first movie, and it really pisses me off. So the brilliant doctor decides to go back into the sickbay after she sees her friend basically in her face slashed into pieces. She slips on the blood, as I stated, finds a big-ass gun, starts shooting up the entire ship, blows the entire thing up. She fucks this entire mission up basically on her own. We're not even like 30 minutes into this movie. Now that Dumb and Dumber are dead, maybe things can turn around, I think. And they do for about 3 minutes, as there is a cool little alien ambush scene like raptors in Jurassic Park coming through the wheat fields. It's pointed out that there's wheat on this planet. Who brought the wheat there? I don't know. Who cares? Why try to make sense of anything at this point? They take a couple out, I think. Here's the other thing. These aliens in their current form are really badass. So the planet, if you like step on a leaf or a pod of sorts that could contain this virus, it gets in your nose, your ears, anything, any orifice, and a alien comes out of your body. They don't even need the face huggers anymore. These things are badass and super dangerous, and they're quicker, smaller, tougher to hit. So I'm already confused how going from a biological contaminant to a birthing pod, where a facehugger has to find a host the old-fashioned way and then become a giant alien, is better. That's not evolution, that's devolution. Devolution may not be the right term. It might be de-evolution, but if you ask anybody that wrote the script for Alien Covenant, they wouldn't be able to tell you. There's 2 Michael Fassbenders in this movie. There's the David version, the total asshole, and then there's this country bumpkin version. I mean, sometimes he does a country accent. I can't remember his name. Gus, Todd. A lot of Fassbender on Fassbender action, and I thought that would be a turn on, but it's actually a turn off. It's really quite disturbing. And there's 2 flute playing scenes, maybe 3, but I knew within the first minute that he was going to take the flute and just ram it into the other one's neck, and sure enough, that happens. And it was just as disappointing as I thought it would be. This movie is so bad on every level. Even the cinematography is way worse than it was in Prometheus. I remember Prometheus so well, those wide shots, the surreal environments. And here, most of it's set in the dark, with nothing of interest happening. David is now the creator of Aliens. I thought at the end of Prometheus, it was going a great direction, where the alien found a more powerful host, which was, you know, these space jockeys or whatever they're called, because it merged with this better DNA. And then we got this black, awesome alien. And then from there, I thought maybe it would naturally evolve or find its own ways to evolve. But no, David made them. He's got all these paintings in the caves. And I guess he's like chipping away at rock and mixing DNA and making his own versions of these aliens. How? How is he doing this? He has the little vials of whatever the black goo or whatever it's called, but what's he mixing with it? He's just got some herbs and spices? How is he? Where's the queen alien in all this? Who's making the fucking eggs? And now the chest bursters become aliens instantly. Takes 10 seconds, fully grown. I just remembered when David cuts his hair. So you have the two android thing, the 2 Fassbenders, reminds me of every 90s cartoon where you would have 2 cartoon characters that are the same. One of them's like an evil clone or someone in disguise, and the only difference would be one of them's wearing a different colored headband or has long hair or something super obvious to the audience, but for some reason in the cartoon the character doesn't know. That's what it is here. There's a long-haired Fassbender and then there's short hair. And I think the long-haired one had blonde hair. So we get this one scene where David goes into his little cave bathroom. He cuts his hair, and I guess he dyes it, because I'm pretty sure it was blonde. And he comes back, and he looks almost the same as the other one. But there's still a difference. His hair is still very much choppier and not as well groomed. And of course, he has both arms. The other one lost an arm. And it goes exactly where you think it's going to. They have a struggle, a fight, and it cuts right before David's going to kill the one. Or other vice versa. It doesn't, whatever. Not even a minute later, here comes our android friend jogging out. But is it David or is it Bobby? Who knows? Certainly not the crew that was super concerned about having a psycho android back on its ship, yet not concerned enough to ask even one question. Oh, hey, yeah, come on. You have one arm, so clearly you're the right one, and your hair is now exactly the same. You have the same 3 slash marks. You're wearing the same clothes. You put a lot of work into making sure you looked exactly like this other guy. I don't know how you did it in such a short amount of time. I'm very impressed, so I'm not going to even ask you a question. It tries to go old school Alien then towards the last third where it's kind of roaming around the ship, but it's not scary. There's an unnecessary shower scene that's just stupid because the alarms are going off, yet there's no alarms in the bathroom because they're playing music loud or something. Then the movie ends with our lone survivor lady, who I can't remember the name, who's just awful in this, like she was in Fantastic Beasts, which is another prequel franchise that has no reason to exist. She needs to go. And what the fuck is her haircut? What is it? It's a nitpick. I'm gonna get past it. Actually, it's not a nitpick. I couldn't stand looking at her stupid haircut. It was like a mop top. It's all curly and stupid. Hated it. David regurgitates 2 little alien agates to put in with the colony when he goes back to the planet that will presumably become queens. I don't know. How did he make them? Why is the planet of engineers who created humans so goddamn stupid that they would all stand in a little huddle underneath of a ship as a nuclear bomb basically drops on them? This planet's gigantic. Is there just one little tiny colony of these people, this advanced race, that apparently has no weapons of any kind, no ships, no modern technology? Short story long, I hated this.